Welcome to Open Minds 2020. This is a platform that has been created to stimulate mental activity and generate awareness, which is what this video is about, what this series is about. I invite you to like and subscribe to my channel, Open Minds 2020. For the purpose of these videos, awareness is being defined as the ability to be able to manage feelings and emotions and thought accurately in any given situation or circumstance. Today, what I want to talk about a little is a defensive posture. A defensive posture is when feelings and emotions are converted into character and actions and perceptions. To give an example, I've lost jobs actually in my lifetime where I've came out of my mouth and said some things, I quit, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, or whatever the case may be. I may have been right. However, my inability to be able to manage my emotions and feelings in different circumstances and be reactionary has caused me to lose jobs, offend family, create situations that did not necessarily have to be. Defensive posture generally happens when one's barriers that he has created within themselves are challenged. In my young adult life, drinking and drugging and these type of things, my mother would often say things and talk about this and that, and I didn't want to hear it. I basically became defensive because I knew it was wrong. I did what I wanted to do. I had to do what I had to do and get what I got. And it's like that when someone tells us something or reminds us of something that we know we have no self-control over. Defensive posture is definitely a characteristic of you haven't healed. You're still attached to some type of resentment or some type of unforgiveness. Generally speaking, self. Guilt and shame are definitely attributes of low self-esteem and can be linked to a defensive posture. I'm talking about this because as it pertains to awareness, any time that a barrier that you have created within yourself is pierced and you find yourself about to get an attitude or get angry or something that changes your attitude or your posture in any way has challenged you, then we need to be mindful that there's a reason. Anytime that something external changes the way that you feel internally, it's something that we really need to take a look at. And the defensive posture, as we begin to talk about this, it's one of those things that really should be a catalyst, or not even a catalyst, but shall we say a flag for you, a marker. Because if I find myself getting upset when I hear something that somebody is talking about and I don't like what they're saying, even if I don't like what they're saying, it shouldn't change the way I feel. It shouldn't cause me to raise my voice in elevated voice tones and this and that. And it can be extremely difficult to get this thing under control, especially if that's all you've ever done. And you've been doing it for 25, 30 years. A lot of my bad behaviors that the universe is now checking because of me digging into myself and doing some maintenance that I'm sharing with you, a whole lot of things that I've never brought closure to or have been unchecked for years are now very, very prevalent. And when they occur, then I recognize them for what they are. And this is awareness. Once you know something, you can't go back to not knowing. So today, with me talking about defensive posture, I challenge you to think about the last time that you raised your voice, not at your children, not road rage in traffic, and that could be an example too. You're powerless over the moves that everybody. The only thing you control is your vehicle. If you're following somebody too close and you're running the back, that's your fault. Anyway, I think you understand the gist of what I'm saying. The defensive posture is a marker that you need to take a look at the why you got offended, if it made you feel a certain kind of way. I know, just sitting here thinking about it right now, I've taken a defensive posture toward a lot of things, and most of these things are things that I know are wrong, or things that I haven't forgave individuals for. So I'm still attached to some type of negative memory or mindset regarding that situation. And even if it occurs with somebody else, I'm still pierced. I still get angry. I'll be hollering and screaming. And I'll suffice it, I'll just sum it up and say, I'm wrong. In most cases, when I have developed a defensive posture, it's because I did not want to accept the truth about myself. So I became angry. I hollered, I screamed, I resisted. Later, I thought about it, and in some situations, as instances, I was too prideful to humble myself and understand it. Alone, I would, and then I would go back later to the person and say, "You were right," yada yada yada. But at the end of the day, we have to recognize it when it happens. You're not going to win every battle. Old habits die hard. But Open Minds 2020, this platform is designed, and this video, to simply bring you to an awareness so that when it does happen, then you can process it and understand what are the things that are making me feel this way. Why did I get angry? Why do I feel the way I feel? Only you can ask these questions. I challenge you to write about or journal about situations and instances that cause you to develop a defensive posture. And be mindful when you do this, because once you locate it, it's going to start happening over and over and over and over. So don't get frustrated with learning, because lessons are blessings.